Right. First off, just a disappointing result in that game. The game means so much to this program, to our university, to past players, to all Florida State Seminoles, and I apologize for the outcome of that game. And it's unfortunate to see some of the same things that have shown up. Just missed opportunities. Give credit. I mean, I thought the quarterback did a good job of extending plays. Their third downs. They were able to stay on the field. Were able to extend drives. He's a very talented player. I thought we were able to do some good things throughout the game. Had some opportunities to potentially create takeaways, and just weren't able to get off the field in some of those situations. Offensively, we weren't good enough. Third downs, nowhere near where we need to be. Did have some fourth down conversions, but for us not being able to get into a rhythm. We had obviously a spark drive there. They were late in the first half. I thought we were going to kind of get into a little bit of rhythm there. Coming into the second half, but just missed out on some conversions that we've got to have. And I thought our guys, I thought they fought in the preparation this week. I mean, I really was hopeful to see a better result than what we just saw. But ultimately, it still comes down to all of us having to be better. And like I told our players, it starts with me. I've got to be better for them. I've got to continue to help push them, guide them, build confidence in areas that maybe we're lacking. Just some of the routine things that we're not doing a good enough job in, and just for the work that's being poured in, we're not seeing the results and the consistency in that application throughout the game. And like I said, it's players, coaches, everybody involved. It's unfortunate that we have the result that we did tonight, and because there is a standard and expectation that we need to live up to and fulfill, and right now we're not doing that. So we have to continue to respond to challenge, to adversity, to being in a place that nobody wants to be at. All right, but we still get the choice. We get the choice of how we're going to show up. We get the choice of how we're going to work. We get the choice of pouring into each other. And I do believe in how this team's going to, what they're going to choose, and how they're going to continue to push for improvement. And that's what we can control. That's what we have in front of us, and that's going to be the expectation. Guys have to, it's got to be all of us. And some guys are getting opportunities. Some guys are being, have limited, in maybe their roles just because of some of the things that we need to see them grow in, and we believe that they can. But we got to make sure that we're showing up and going and doing that. And like I said, all of us just getting better with the next opportunity that's ahead.
Was the plan to give each quarterback a couple series and see who would have that hot hand, or what was the plan?
Yeah, it was. The plan going in was roughly third, potentially fourth series. There for Luke. I did want to get him in the game. I did like what I'd seen. And Luke still. I mean, he's doing a really good job. He's learning a lot. Each of those games, situations and scenarios that show up, are going to be monumental for him and his future. And when he went in, obviously he was able to create some things with his legs. Drove us down, able to get in the end zone, and then wanted to continue to you give him a few series and opportunities there. There when we got into the fourth quarter, we knew it was going to be one of those situations. We're going to have to probably try to push a little bit faster in certain things. Obviously you went back with Brock there, and Brock. I think both those guys, they. A redshirt freshman and a freshman that are learning on the run, and it's both those guys are supporting each other in it, and both those guys are working really hard, to improve. I mean, obviously, our passing game tonight was not very good, and there's a lot of different factors that can go into that. But I did like the way that those guys, just the things that they were seeing, the things that they were working to communicate. There were some things that we missed, but those guys they're gonna get better, and very excited about both of them, and I appreciate just their approach to how we're operating, what we're doing, and just trying to help put them in the best position that we can.
That seemed like Mo Smith had some trouble snapping the ball a few times tonight. What was kind of your evaluation of that, and why that maybe was the case?
It's Mo's play a lot of football for us. I have to go back and see. Just exactly what that number count was. Obviously there's some fundamental things that we've got to be better on. And he's done everything. He started 3+ years for us. So there's some challenging looks that we have to that we get. That he's got to be able to move and snap. And but I'll have to go back and see just exactly what those numbers were. But,
correct. The starting Jacob Rizzi, was that about, I don't know if something's up with Andre Otto, and I guess how do you evaluate the line as a whole, the job they did for the offense?
Well, Jacob has done a good job continuing to work throughout the course of practice. Going into this game, we felt like he would give us the best opportunity for some of the things that we were going to see, what we were going to face with just the multiple looks. Otto, like I said, I think he's played a good amount here these last few weeks. There's been some good moments, and there's been some areas for him to grow in. He's a very versatile young man, and I know he's going to continue to work and get better. But that's really kind of what went into the decision. And Jacob, as he came in the summer, he's been learning a lot. He's a guy with multiple years of eligibility, and I really like what he's done and pushing to understand the offense, what we're asking guys to do, and we felt like tonight he put himself in a position to give us the best option there at the guard spot.
Dane, can you talk more about the decision to go back to Brock toward the end of the game, and like what you were really weighing between sticking with Luke or going to Brock there?
Yeah, it was. For us, it was. Brock has probably a little bit more experience just where he does. Had more experience within the offense, and to be able to just to help make sure we're putting him in the best position to be able to go out there and play fast, execute fast. I think that it's just kind of one of those things that we've had some challenging drives, and just an opportunity knowing that we're going to have to really try to go out and play as fast as we could.
Right, next will be Liam, fourth row.
Mike, some of those third downs, third and 20, couple third and ones, just how crucial was it that they were able to convert on those? And, how much more momentum can there is?
Those are huge plays, and just a couple different elements that showed up in those moments that we've got to be better, and we got really good guys out there that played a good amount of football, and we just have to be better in those situations, because those are plays that you look back on, and some of those longer yards, third downs where we can get off the field, obviously get force a change of possession. Those could be big sparks for us, and when they converted that and we're able to continue to maintain possession, obviously does a lot to our defense. The number of reps that they're playing, time of possession, obviously as the guys as they move into scoring range, and things like that are just we've got to be better, and it's the ownership of it, it's correcting it, and it's the application moving forward.
I'm the ball over here on your left.
Coach, I know you're playing a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores already. You asked this, but you won't have practices in December now. Do you start to reevaluate how you play, how many snaps you give to the younger guys? Because this is about development in many ways for you.
Yeah, we're pushing with everything that we have to go out and be better with the game that's in front of us, and those guys are earning opportunities, they're earning reps. There's things that they're going to see from that experience that they're going to be able to. Some of it's a realization of kind of where they are, and then the steps that are necessary for growth and improvement. So you know, we're gonna do everything in our power to, you know, win this next game. And whatever that's gotta look like, whatever that's gotta be, you know, we're gonna consistently focus on the development of our players, especially those young guys that have talent and ability, try to put them in the best position to go out there and contribute and make plays for us in all phases.
You had a couple situations with 12 men on the field on defense. Was that not realizing that they had substituted, or what was that?
There were a couple different communication issues there, and you know, it's just unacceptable.
It seemed from last week to this week, some things slowed down for Luke. He seemed to be operating maybe a little better. How do you evaluate that position going forward? How do you look at splitting reps the rest of the way? How do you?
We'll see where those guys are. I mean, obviously get to go back and watch, you know, watch film, you know, as we get into the plan next week. You know, continuing to build from it, and you know, just like I said, I'm going to put us in the best position to have a chance to go win a game, and you know, that's going to be our focus. I've got a lot of confidence in the growth and the improvements that we're going to see, and you know, we'll continue to evaluate that and work through putting together a plan, whether it's, you know, playing with two guys, whether, you know, you obviously, we feel if there's something that's, you know, one guy, it just absolutely is head and shoulders above and gives us the best opportunity, we'll do that. So, but I mean, I've got a lot of confidence in where these guys are going to go, and like I said, I appreciate their investment and their support in each other throughout the course of the game.
Coach, what have you seen from Amar Graham Jr.? Kind of had a rougher start to the season, but seemed to be making strides for you in that linebacker room.
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, a lot of it had to do with injury. You know, he's had an unfortunate really start to his career here. I mean, just with injuries that has kind of nagged him, you know, throughout even this last season, you know, the beginning of this year, you know, and we really just tried to shut him down for a while to get him as good as he could be to have an opportunity to go out there and play fast and try to get over that. And I think that's what we're seeing. I think we're seeing, you know, a real glimpse of what, you know, he can do and what he can be. I mean, he definitely has flashes and explosiveness that show up. He's a physical, smart football player. You know, it definitely helps a lot of those other, you know, younger linebackers just with you know, his time that he's had here. And so I'm excited about some of the positive steps that he's making.
All right. Just want to ask about one specific play. I think it was 4th down where Luke tried to hit LT, kind of came out, and Kentron was breaking open across the. Is that a play where there's only one read there, or is it a play where he probably needs to see that?
You know, it's things that we all get to learn from, and you know, obviously, you know, he's right when it was over. You know, just to be able to go back in that, but you know, it's yes.
Anything else? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you guys.